If you have bought tickets for Disneyland before today, you might have experienced some of the confusion a lot of people were reporting, myself included. I did the same. Many thought that buying a ticket, which included a calendar where you were asked to select the date you wanted to go, also included the reservation, but it did not. Once you completed the purchase of your ticket, you had to go back and make a reservation. It was unnecessarily confusing and problematic, but I'm happy to report that this has been pretty much completely fixed with an update to the Disneyland ticket purchasing system. And in this episode of Fresh Baked, we're going to take you step by step of how to buy a ticket and make a reservation using this new system. So let's get started. First, of course, we're going to head to the Disneyland website, click Parks and Tickets, then choose Theme Park Tickets. And this first screen will look just like it did before, where you choose what kind of ticket you want to buy. A single day ticket with a price range starting at $104, that would be the Tier 1 ticket. Top end range is $150 for Tier 5. Or a multi-day ticket for anywhere between 2 and 5 days. We'll start with a single day ticket. Choose how many tickets you'd like. And this here is where you might see some of the visual changes to the process. They've made it a little bit easier on the eye to figure out what is being asked for you with images and more descriptive text. Here we're going to choose either a 1 park per day ticket or a park hopper. We'll start with the park hopper. And here we'll see that button, choose your dates. Clicking that button, that is our first indicator that what we're doing now is making a reservation, not just buying a ticket. We're doing both now. We're going to buy the ticket and make our reservation. And here's the calendar that we've become familiar with when checking to see if our dates are available. Before, the calendar we saw first looked like this. This calendar showed only the price, and this is where the confusion began, because it looked to me and a lot of others like they were asking you to choose which day you wanted to go to the park. And while it's true, it was only being done so that they could determine the price of the ticket, which tier you were in. This was not a reservation. But this calendar, the new calendar, is your reservation. You choose your date just once now, not twice, the way it should have been from the beginning. The site reads, select the date you plan to use your ticket. A theme park reservation will be made for the date and park selected at time of purchase. Thank you. Now with this calendar, we have two views. They've merged the two calendars together, showing you either price or parks. Price based on the tier system, and parks showing you which parks are available for that day on the calendar. And you can see that half the month is sold out completely as of this recording, with just those 2 days at the end of the month available for Disneyland. Now, for the newcomers to this system, let's explain a few things. That slash that you're seeing through the date, that means that date is completely sold out. So you can't buy a ticket for that day. The blue icon, which is Mickey's Fun Wheel, represents DCA. And the pink icon is the castle, which represents Disneyland. If there is only one icon showing, then only that park is available. But if both icons appear on a date, then reservations are available for both parks. Also note that we're looking at park hoppers right now. So in this case, the icon represents which park you must start at. For example, on June 20th, you can get a park hopper that starts in DCA. Then at 1 p.m., you can hop over to Disneyland at 1 p.m. The reverse is true on June 29th. You can buy a park hopper that begins at Disneyland, and then you can hop over to DCA at 1 p.m. And I will say here, we get asked this all the time. One of our most frequently asked questions. You can park hop as much as you want, starting at 1 p.m. You can go back and forth. You can start at Disneyland, go to DCA, then come back to Disneyland, and then go back to DCA if you want, time permitting. There is no, once you leave, you can come back. Same applies actually to a single park ticket. If you have a ticket just for Disneyland, but you want to go have lunch at La Brea Bakery, you can do that. You can leave the park, go to La Brea Bakery, then come back in. It's just like it used to be. Just have your ticket and they'll scan you in. And then moving to July, we can see that there are quite a few park hoppers where you can start at either park. So let's grab July 16th. And doing so confirms our price of $209 and asks us to choose our starting park. Disneyland, of course. You are asked if you would like to buy a parking voucher. This is new to the ordering system. In fact, it's new in general. They've added the ability to purchase your parking voucher a la carte on the front page, which was not there before. We'll check this box to see that our new total is $234 and click Add to Cart. We'll get a cute little Space Mountain graphic while we wait. And there's our order, a 1-day Tier 5 park hopper. For what it's worth, park hoppers are all Tier 5. There is no Tier 1 or any other tier park hopper. It's just Tier 5. Also confirms our date of July. However, we're not ready to check out yet. I don't want to buy a single-day ticket. I want to buy a multi-day ticket instead. So I'm going to X out these items and empty our shopping cart. There's the parking option, by the way. Okay, let's get a 2-day ticket. We'll get a park hopper again. Slide over to July. And we'll see a new message for us, one that asks us to choose all the days we plan to visit. Except this time, when we choose July 16th, like we did before, we get an error message. It turns out, because we have a 2-day ticket, we can't choose the 16th. With multi-day passes, all days must be within 14 days of your first date. For example, if I bought a ticket on the 1st, I have to use my second day of the 2-day ticket by the 15th. Now, I could choose any day in between, but once you pick a date, you've got 14 days to select the remaining dates. In this case, the second date of your multi-day ticket. What I can't do is choose a day that is not yet available on the rolling 60-day calendar. As of this recording, Friday the 16th was 60 days from today, the last day in the 60-day window. If, for example, I wanted to book Saturday the 17th, I would need to come back tomorrow and try to book that date. Each day in the 60-day calendar, each day adds another day to the end of the calendar. So as I said, both of my days need to be available for booking. So for example, I could choose the 15th, or any day prior to that actually, because then the next day would also be available. There would be 2 days available, the day I'm choosing and then a day in the future. But if I want the 17th as my second day, I have to wait until tomorrow to make my reservations for both dates. Note also another visual identifier in terms of whether or not you've chosen your days correctly. The Reserve Dates button at the bottom of the screen. It does not activate until you've chosen both of your days. This means I can't book the 15th today and then come back tomorrow and book the 17th. To put another way, you can't book a date, the 15th, and then leave the reservation system. You can't book a day and then come back later and book your second day. All dates have to be reserved in the same single reservation process. One way this might apply to you, if you're maybe looking to save a little money by purchasing a 2-day ticket and you want to go maybe on consecutive weekends. Let's say you were looking to buy a 2-day pass and you wanted to go on Friday, July 16th, and then the next weekend, Friday, July 23rd. You could not do that. You would have to come back the following Wednesday to book both days, both the 16th and the 23rd. And this is kind of a drag, I know, for those of you who might have been hoping to buy that 2-day pass, but not necessarily use them on consecutive days, to save money. You still could, actually. You still can do that. That's still a valid option. You could buy your 2-day ticket, but you have to wait. You have to come back. You have to wait until both days are available to do that. This is 60 days in advance. It's not for next weekend, right? So there's still plenty of time for you to make those consecutive weekends. For example, if I wanted to, I could buy a ticket right now for Saturday the 3rd and Saturday the 10th. I could buy a 2-day ticket and choose those 2 days in July. The only risk is, if you're trying to beat the system, you're trying to get there right as the bell rings for that 60 days, it's harder to do. But if you want to, take the risk of waiting the extra week to make your reservation, it's probably still possible. I guess I'll say that. In most cases, I think 60 days is enough time for you to get a head start, or I should say 60 days less a week. I mean, as you can see by this calendar alone, weekends are still available. You just can't do it right on the bell at 60 days. Boy, I hope I'm making sense. So that's the 2-day. Let's see how this works out for a 5-day ticket. 16th is still no good. So too are the 15th through the 13th. The first selectable day is July 12th because it has at least 4 days available to reserve ahead of it. So now we can actually reserve all 5 of those days, including the 16th if we choose. To summarize, again, if you're going to buy a multi-day ticket, all of your days must be available to reserve at the time of purchase. You cannot reserve 1 out of 2 days or 3 out of 5 days or any other subset. You must book all days of your multi-day ticket at the time of purchase. It sounds restrictive, I know, but in most cases, I think you're going to be okay even if you're trying to split your days up. You just have to wait until both days are available. But let's say that we are good with this selection of days. We'll click that Reserve Dates button, choose which park you want to start for each day, buy your parking vouchers if needed. It defaults to the number of days of your ticket, but you can toggle that down to as few as you like, 1 or 2 or none at all. Click Add to Cart. Look it over once more to make sure your dates are right. Click Checkout. Confirm again your dates and enter the name of the person who will be using the ticket. Click Next. Confirm your email and phone number. Click Next again. And the rest is paying. I'm not going to pay right now because I don't need a 5-day park hopper, but I think the rest is pretty self-evident from here. You confirm your payment info, and then clicking Next finalizes your order and finalizes your reservation. There are no further steps required at this point. Once you make your payment and click that Next button to finish that off, to finish confirming your payment, that's your reservation. You don't need to do anything else. And when the process is done, that reservation should show up in your ticket and reservation details screen. Click View My Reservations and your ticket should be there. If it doesn't, then a step was missed somewhere, so you'll have to go look that up. But I suspect most of you will not have any trouble with this process, as it has been made much simpler than it was before, even with the multi-day ticket thing. But if you do have questions, we'll do the best we can to help answer them for you. Let us know in the comments below. We'll try to get to as many of those as we can. Otherwise, we hope this video helps you guys out some, and we thank you very much for watching. Have a great day at Disneyland, and we hope to see you there. Otherwise, you can subscribe to our channel, and be sure to turn on notifications. You can also follow us on Instagram at _freshbaked, on Twitter at freshbakedisney, that's fresh with no E, and we are now on TikTok. Kind of, we're trying. TikTok, we're at freshbakedisney. And if you enjoy our channel and would like to support the show, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbaked. And until next time, thank you guys again very much for watching. We love you very much. Be safe, be kind to one another, and fresh baked. There's your Disney president right there. Say hi to Ken Patrick.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back.
That's your president of Disneyland. Oh, we got Chapek over here. There's Bob, one of the Bobs. And they're trying to drive a fire truck down this. Woo! Oh my goodness. That's only impossible.